The latest on what's going on with basketball wise. My co-host Fatima, Super Diva, she's still out right now, whatever, on vacation. Miss you, babe. Enjoy it. Come back. Listen, I wanted to get into this with this basketball vibes. This episode I just saw. Now, Jackie Christie, she decided, which is the wife of Doug Christie of 17 years, she decided to actually bring a therapist in to talk to her daughters, her two daughters, Kari and Shani, about what's been going on in their relationships, I guess meant some broken fences, and figure out whatever the issues is. So she brought the therapist in to try to work out the issues. Now, Shani is just like, okay, are you a therapist? You know, she's not really about it. She's not about, and not into promoting or, you know, exploiting her family business or discussing it with an outside source. So she's telling her this, and she, you know, she's talking to the therapist. She's kind of opening up to her, you know, and just discussing a few things. And the daughter, the therapist kind of gets Jackie and Shani to kind of talk. So they discussed this one thing where Shani feels as though Jackie wasn't being an actual mother. Now, I don't believe she was actually being an actual mother either. Her quote, Jackie Christie's quote was that, "What do you mean I wasn't a good mother? You know, just give me my credit, you know. If you had food, heat, and grandmom down the hall, she said, that makes me a great mother." So Jackie Christie, wait a minute. I know of a lot of young adults in my generation whose parents were a little messed up and out there, you know, let's just say it, they were on drugs and different things like that. Now, those people were raised by grandparents and things like that. Now, the grandparents provided food, heat, and themselves. So the grandparent was also down the hall in the room also. Does that make those crackhead parents and those parents who abused their children and their children were taken out of their custody, does that make those parents, great moms, and great dads? No. All Shani said is that she was just like, I know you had to do what you had to do to provide for us, but she said, what I really wanted was, you know, like a hug and a kiss, you know, and to spend time. You know, okay, material things doesn't make you a great parent. Spending time and bonding with your child does, and maybe you wouldn't have this issue today. But this is Jackie Christie that we're talking about, so it is what it is. Now, Shani's quote, she says, if you're not going to admit that you were fake, then there's nothing that we can talk. There's nothing to talk about. And Jackie feels as though she was completely genuine and everything else. How do you feel as though that you were completely genuine when your own daughters think that you were fake and phony? That there's a color issue going on there. You know, Kari, her browner, heavier daughter, you know, felt unwanted, has bad self-esteem issues, and Jackie still admits that. But first of all, it's your child and your responsibility to actually build up your self-esteem. Even though it's self-esteem, you as the parent is supposed to have helped her do that. Especially if she had issues. That was supposed to have been your main focus. Not telling her, you know, she's too dark or, you know, and excluding her from family pictures. And also, even having the nerve, you know, to have her run an extra 10 to 15 minutes on the treadmill and have Shani watch. Now you created issues in between those two sisters. Get your life together, Jackie. I'm about sick and tired of you. Anyway, so Gloria Goldman and Matt Barnes, he got arrested. And he got arrested. My thing is, supposedly it was open traffic violations and warrants. Now, does he actually have anger problems? He was supposedly resisting arrest. I'm sure you guys all know and had heard that there was some domestic violence that went on in between those two. So, Matt, I'm going to need for you either to calm down, to get a control of your anger, to take some anger management, or maybe it's just the LAPD that's messing with them. Who knows? I mean, who's to say? I mean, it's two sides to every story. So, good luck to you, Gloria, and you also, Matt. You know, and your two beautiful twins. You know, good luck to them also. You know, Brooke was waiting for her because they were supposed to do lunch, but due to the arrest, Gloria was unable to actually attend the lunch with them. She wasn't going to go to Seattle or anything like that, so she decided to stay back and support her man. She's standing by her man. Go ahead, Gloria. I mean, you gotta love that. That's a rider right there. No matter what, she's definitely riding for him. You know, also in this episode, Jackie, she has a storage. It's my cat over here running around. She's got a storage locker that with a whole bunch of stuff that she accumulated for the past like 2 or 3 years, buying things wholesale that she thought that was actually going to sell due to her celebrity. She hires an assistant. The assistant, some guy, I'm not sure of his name, it is what it is. He's supposed to help her sell the stuff, online, and it was for an online store, so she wants him to help her get rid of this stuff. My thing is, she decides to tell him what you're going to need to do is probably reach out and advertise and put this out through social media. My fans, the media, the media. Girl, the media don't like you. We don't like. Come on now. I mean, like, it is what it is. Like, your own daughter's got issues with you. These poor girls on this show got issues with you. And the reason that you got all that stuff in that storage locker is because nobody's supporting the Christie Foundation. No bias. I'm speaking specifically of Jackie Christie. Any charity or whatever she's got going on, I'm not saying do not support. All I'm saying is nobody's supporting you, Jackie, in your personal small business endeavors. Like, they're not supporting Jackie Christie in the sale of anything. We don't care if you got 600 pairs of Adidas or Nikes or whatever that is brand new. We're not buying them, okay? All these jeans and this kind of, I know 600 girls, they need a pair of sneakers and jeans. No, you don't, okay? Did you see him? No, he doesn't. Anyway, so Drea decides to take Brooke to a gay club. And that turned out pretty good. Like, Brooke had a really good time. And, it was like kind of, not really advertising, but, introducing a part of Drea's life that a lot of people keep hearing about. And we know, it's not really rumors, but we know about. So she definitely wanted to be real enough to introduce the viewers, the fans, the bloggers, and everybody, into that part of her life. She's open about it. You got to give her respect about that. She's not like, two-faced or shady or anything about that. Go ahead, Dre. I'm definitely in support of that.